insouciant long pigs at his eyes. I'm One coming at you for another, well, not Transformers, but definitely Takara, with Masterpiece Brave Exkizer. Yes, we've got Exkizer himself, focus, Exkizer himself, and King Loader. Yes, and a fuck ton of accessories. We'll get onto that in a minute. Yeah, I thought I'd mix it up a little bit and show you something, what Takara did next, basically. So these designs were going to be Transformers, but obviously the popularity of Transformers in Japan in '89, was waning, so they just rebooted everything and came up with Brave Exkizer. So there we go. Now, I'm not au fait with this series. I bought this from a good friend of mine, Mr. Adam Nickel. He's probably not watching, but if you are, hey dude, how's it going? And I just thought it looked cool, and I bought it and I put it on my shelf ever since. So yeah, he is showing his age a bit. I mean, this thing came out in, what, I want to say 2010? 2011-ish? I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll put it in here. But yeah, basically, it's what Takara did next. So, and this is the Masterpiece version of it. Now, the original version of this is about deluxe size. This is quite a small car. And then we've got the big King Loader vehicle. You can probably tell what that's going to be. Basically, from this section. But we'll get onto that in a minute. So, basically, we'll get rid of that just for now and focus on the little sports car. Yes, and it's a cool futuristic sports car. And he rolls reasonably well. Not, I won't say amazing, but reasonable. And it's die-cast, and you can see bits are starting to chip off. I don't know how it's been stood on a fucking shelf for the last 10 years. So yeah, I do like that shade of blue there. The only thing though is, this is really loose. All the ball joints are really loose in this guy. It's a fucking pain to transform, I tell you. But once you get it in this mode, it looks pretty cool. It looks really cool, actually. What have I got close to? Comparison? Oh, this is Energon Strong Arm, and yeah, you can see he's much smaller than a. Oh, I can't remember what I call him now. Yeah, this Studio Series Frenzy, the red one. So he's pretty small, but yeah, he's pretty cool. So yeah, we've got some nice details on him. We've got some nice wheels which go around and round. Nice. I love that blue on the cockpit and the windows there. But you can obviously see where things are going. There's panel lines. I like the is it the Brave King Exkizer logo there? Is it going to focus? I've had to clean this up. Like I said, it's been on a shelf for 10 years. The only problem is there's nothing to cover the hands and stuff like that. I like this green in these wheel lights, I guess. And underneath you can see where things are going to go in the future, which is pretty cool. So, like I say, he rolls really well. So let's transform him, shall we? Let's. Okay. So what do? It's one of these, we just open that and free this out. Then we come to these sections here, and then we just unclip them from underneath there, like that, and we just get them out of the way. Then we come to the legs here, we disconnect this section, and then we rotate this only section round, and then so this bit where the logo is, that goes right round there and becomes the back of the legs, and then you straighten out his little feet there, you pull down his crotch plate, straighten down these parts of the legs, rotate everything round. Like I say, it's all on ball joints, and these are super, super loose. But it's been like that since I got it, and I really should get some clear nail varnish or something, and then just tighten those ball joints up. There he is in rubber mode, and he's pretty cool. He's really teeny weeny. You can't see it. There you go. He's really tiny. There is Air Razor I did last week, and as you can tell, he is really tiny. He only comes up to waist, so he's a pretty small little bot. So, yeah. But it's pretty cool, though, if you want for the looseness of the joints. Now, it comes with a fuck ton of accessories. So you get these spinning blades. I'll get onto those in a minute. You get a couple of them. You get these boomerang things. You get a million different hands. Now, I'm not going to swap these out because these are just tiny. and I don't want to lose them. So you've got like a splayed hand there. You've got one for each side. So you've got 2 splayed hands. Oh, actually, no, that's more of a... Is that splayed? Is that the same? No, it's kind of different, actually. It's kind of a different thing. So these fingers are more spread out than these ones. This is more of a grasping hand. Then you've got an open hand there as well. And then you've got another splayed hand. Go on, focus. Another splayed hand there as well. And then you've got a pointing finger hand. There we are, pointing finger hand. Alright, let's give it a go. Let's try it. So we'll take that one out. And then we will... Actually, we'll put the splayed hand in. Like that. Because to transform it, you will need the fists in there. So you get 2 fists as well. And there is the other fist. Focus. So these are so tiny. So tiny, tiny. So you get... Oh. Stand up. So you get these weapons. These sort of like I guess shurikens, I want to say. And then you get these like sort of batarang type things going on. And what you can do is you can put these into the wrists there, the top of the wrists, like that. It's a bit finicky, quite honestly. And it's sort of an effects part as well. So you get that idea, so you can see shooting it out at a distance. It doesn't look too bad from there. And then you've got the thingy one as well. I'm not going to do it in both hands, but you get 2 sets of each one. So if you want them displaying, because you can display it, it comes with a stand. I'll get onto that in a moment. In fact, we'll get it out now. It comes with a stand with the Brave logo, which is pretty nice. Although it's starting to yellow. This has been in storage. I don't know how it's got yellowed. It's been in storage. So yeah, so what you can do is you can position him like that. So there's a little hole on a ball joint connector there, and then you put him in there like that. But this is loose, but apparently this is a common problem with all of these, except I've been doing some research, you see. There we go. And then you can put him on a stand. It doesn't really want to hold it, but again, some clear nail varnish would get that sorted out. And then you can give him his thingy like that, and then you can position it how you want, and then you can have him, you know, in a dynamic pose, which this is not going to allow me to do, but you get the idea. So we'll just take him off there. It stands quite nice, actually. I do like that. It's pretty cool. So we'll just get rid of that, and we'll put his... Yeah, and then we'll actually put his pointy finger on just for the moment, and he can point and go, "You, it was you that did it, you the thing. And his head crest, which until this morning didn't know came off. So anyway, we'll put his fist back on because it will be easier for later. So there we are, and he's pretty cool. He's not done. He's still got some more accessories. Come on, stand up, you twat. There we are. So what I'm going to do is I use Soundwave's Masterpiece Soundwave's clear energy on cube to store these tiny little bits within storage. Otherwise, they just go everywhere. So we just put all these in here as well, so they're not going to go anywhere. And there we go. So it comes with another chest. So in this chest, you get sort of like actually, it's just supposed to come out slightly as well. I missed that bit. It's real hard to get hold of. Come on. Anyway, you get the idea. You've got a nice chest on there, and it just carries on the nice gold there and the blue. It's not a bad chest actually, but you can take this off and replace it with another chest. I'm going to have to get a fudger, this big sword. I'll get into this in a moment because it just can't get it off. There we go. There we go. So you just replace that, just comes off, and then you get a nice lion one, which is very cool. And then you put that on. This is the default one I have on anyway. There we go. And you pull that out, and it meets the chest in the middle. There we go. And there's his chest. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, that's that bit that goes in there. Yeah. I like that. Pretty cool. Now, in terms of articulation, your shoulders on ball joints will rotate 360 degrees at the top of the shoulder. They're on a joint there, they can move up and down. Rotate at the elbow on a ball joint, bend as well. Rotate at the wrist, because it's just on a peg. He's got waist articulation. He can kick forward. He can kick back. He can't kick out, actually. That's a bit weird. But he's got a joint here, joint here, joint here, joint here, so you can get quite dynamic poses out of him if it wasn't so fucking loose. And his foot are on ball joints, so, but they are, you can twist them a little bit, but it ain't so bad. And his head is on a ball joint too. Of all the joints, that's the stiffest one. He can rotate his head 360 degrees, he can look up and down, and nod in agreement. So that is Exkizer, and we're still not done. There we go. So, it comes with 2 of the characters as well. So we get Koto, I'm butchering his name, Honashi? No, that's wrong. I just had to look that up. That's Koshi Hoshikawa. And he's a tiny little thing. Tiny little thing. And it's just a static figure that you just stand next to it on a display there. Like I said, I've got no affinity for the series, so they just go into storage. But he's a teeny weeny thing. And he also comes with a little doggy pooch. This is tiny. And this is Mario. And there he is. When it's focused, there he is. Little dog. It's one of those cute anime dogs that is cute and anime. Yeah, again, just sits in storage. Like I said, I've got no affinity for the show. And then you can put them next to each other like that, and then you can Brave Exkizer all day if you so chose. Now, okay, so let's move them out of the way, put them safe away. Let's bring in King Loader, shall we? So we'll just move him out of the way and bring in King Loader. Sorry, I'm being horrifically racist there. Anyway, comes in the shirt, comes flying in like that whenever he needs backup, and it's like a big transport vehicle. It's pretty cool. But you can obviously tell where things are going to go. Now, he does roll really nicely due to the fact that under these twin cockpits there, you've got these wheels, but also, as well, you can, actually, it's already trying to do it, if you rotate them around like that, oh, too far, you've got these thrusters, so then when he comes in, you can disconnect the wings like this, because this is how he flies in, with these wings outstretched. And he flies in, and he can, you know, with these boosters, he can land, and then he transforms, doesn't he? Now, one thing that really annoys me about this is, I'll get to it in a moment. Anyway, we'll close them back up. They just sit on the, you got these little grooves there, these little pegs there, they just fit on there, and it just kind of holds stability together. He says, come on. Why won't you fit together now? Because I'm on camera, that's why. So it's going to fight me in it. But you can tell where things are going to go with this. You know, you've got, I don't know, a thigh there perhaps, and a hand there perhaps. Yeah, and a head under there, yes. And that's what it is underneath. But, you know, it is what it is. So let's take him to robot mode, shall we? So what do we do? Is we disconnect the wings and fold them up like that, because they're on they're connected, so when you move one, the other one moves, which is really cool. Come to the section, rotate it up like that. And then what you do is, with this, it will connect to there. You've got a peg, I'm going to have to lift this up. You've got a peg and you've got a port there. But what you do is, you lift this up, and then you rotate this round. Can't see what I'm doing because it's so big. Hang on, let's just adjust the camera. So you rotate this round, and then you rotate it up, and then it all fits together. So it becomes like a jetpack, like that. Not quite. There we go. So it becomes a jetpack, and then that just fits into there. And it will stay there for as long as we need it to. He says, there we are. And everything's come undone. There we go. That's it. So into this position. Into this position. So flip these up like that. We flip him round, and we're nearly more or less done, to be fair. Come to his feet, and then we rotate these away so they're in the flat. And then they just rotate up like that. So he actually walks on the cockpit windows, which is a bit weird. And then you separate it up. Now this clip here, again, I've seen a lot of people complain about this. I've been rewatching the videos. That's why it made me want to do this guide today. So this thing there, that clips into there, but these rotate round. But the problem is, they don't like sort of soft click or hard click. They just kind of rotate around, and if you don't get it right, they will not go together. So, there we go. So we're nearly there. So now we come to the arms. So basically what we... Oh, he's a bit drunk. Right, so what we need to do is we get under here and we lift the whole lion chest section up. And it's just pegged in there. It's just pegged on that peg. This whole section comes up. These rotate out like that. And then you just adjust the arms, straighten them out like so. Like that. Same for this side. Do it, rotate those out like that. Focus, there we are. Rotate them out like that. So into this position. Now we come to the back and we slide this whole joint down like that. And then you've got these two pegs there which will fit underneath the... which will fit under here there, and then that just all closes up. Rotate that out so you get a better position. Rotate that in. And then you pull out his shoulder pauldrons like that, because all good Japanese anime giant robots need shoulder pauldrons, because, you know, it'd be against the law otherwise, and you rotate them up. Like I say, it's really cool, a bit dusty. And then, last but no means least, you spin the head round, thus, and there is King Loader in his robot mod. And he looks pretty fucking cool, doesn't he? I like this guy a lot. They only ever did two Brave Masterpieces. This one and is it Dragon Exkizer, I want to say. If it's wrong, I'll put it in here. Yeah. They never did two, and I guess they didn't sell well, that's why they didn't make any more. But yeah, he's pretty fucking cool, isn't he? He really is cool. Now, he comes with a ton of accessories as well. We'll get onto those in a moment. He comes with this amazing fucking sword. Look at this sword. That is beautiful. You got this nice gold chrome on the hilt there. You got this really nice blue gem in there. You also get one in the handle, although that's painted on the pommel. Sorry, that's this bit at the end of the sword is called a pommel. But it's beautiful. Look at that. All chromy goodness. And you can hold it. We'll get onto that in a minute. I just wanted to show that off. That is a beautiful sword. One of the best swords, I think, I've seen a giant robot use. And it's long, it's pointy, and it's going to fuck shit up, innit? Yeah, now he does come with a smaller sword. Now, unfortunately, mine isn't complete. He's supposed to come with an extra blade that fits on there. Unfortunately, I don't have that. But this opens out and becomes like a miniature version of the sword. Kind of like Sword of Omens in Thundercats, kind of that idea. But he does... What he can do, though, actually, with this, you can come to this section here, open it up, and this bit will just fit inside there. Which, again, because I don't have the other bit... no, that's the wrong side, I think. Because I don't have the other bit. So you can open these red sections on the side, which would store these. There we go, that's better. So you can put that in there. And then close that up. No. Oh, why aren't you playing today? Come on. Because I'm on camera, that's it. Where does it go? Does it go that way? I think it might go that way. Yeah, that's it. It goes that way. And that just slots in there, and that stays in there. It's too bad I don't have the other blade, but, you know, it is what it is. I knew that going in, so... And because the other blade kind of looks a bit small and piddly, and I don't want to display it with that. We'll get onto that again in a minute. So yeah, he's pretty Van Gogh. Now, he comes with a ton of accessories as well. He comes with 1 billion hands. Well, not quite 1 billion hands. But he comes with a pointing hand, because, you know, you need a pointing hand. One with splayed fingers, again, which is pretty cool. Sort of just a sort of relaxed open hand. And then you've got the other side as well, a relaxed open hand as well. Then you've got a slightly bent hand, which you can get some really good poses in, which I will replace, because I put blue tack in there to keep the sword in. So we'll take that one out, actually. Like that. I'll put that one in. Put all on ball joints as well, so that. There we are. In fact, we'll give him his sword now. And it does the standard Masterpiece where you've got a peg there and you've got a port in the hand, so you put it into the hand. And sorry, the window's open. You can hear cars driving ridiculously fast down my street today. Like they do every day down here, I don't know why. There we go. I've had to... It's quite late on I'm doing this because I've had to be quiet. I've had to wait till the... Because they're knocking a block of flats down the back of my house. And it's been really loud. So, and because it's warm, there you go, so you can give him his sword like that and he can hold it in a really sort of I have the power kind of pose, which is really fucking cool. There we are. And then he comes with the two sort of open and closed fists as well, and that's about it. He also comes with one of these as well, which is a spinning sort of shuriken thing, so you can spin that, and that fits just like the smaller version does. Fits on his wrist like that, and he can fire that out, and it looks like he's firing a projectile at you, and you can spin it, and it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? But I don't display it with that because from certain angles it looks pretty ridiculous. But yeah, he's pretty fucking cool. I like this guy a hell of a lot. Is it perfect? No. I'll get onto articulation in a moment. So he does come. Let's take a look at that head sculpt, because that head sculpt is just fantastic. Check it out when I can zoom it in. There we are. You've got the chrome earpieces there. You've got these antenna at the back. You've got these lovely green eyes, which unfortunately you just can't quite make. Oh, there you go. That's pretty cool. Now he does have another gimmick here. Actually, let's get this. There we go. You can actually take this off, and it reveals just a standard issue face underneath. Oh, don't want to lose that bit. So you've got a nice little face there, which is very cool. I quite like that. Quite like that a lot. But in the cartoon, when it transforms, you see his face for like a brief second, and then his battle mask comes on, which we will just replace thusly. There we are. Yeah, unfortunately, he's very dusty. And then there he is. There is Brave Exkizer in his robot mode. Let's check him. Let's take him to show out his articulation, shall we? So you can rotate at 360 degrees at the head, because he's on a ball joint. You can look up, look down, but that's your lot. You can rotate 360 degrees at the shoulder, but they are hindered by the wings. You can move them down, and they will rotate 360 degrees. You can bend at the elbow. You can rotate at the top of the bicep there. He can rotate his wrists as well, because on ball joints, and these ones can open and close. Nothing at the waist, because for the major gimmick, which I'll get into in a minute. But if you move the hip skirt forward, you can kick him forward, kick back, kick out slightly, bend at the knee, and then he's got foot articulation as well. You can move it up and down, and that is your basic lot. But we're still not done. Yes. I believe in the show is actually this should come out a bit more. There we are. So he's got the a laser inside his mouth in the lion head there, and he's got lovely green eyes, which is very nice. He shoots like Super Fire Guts attack, really. And on his kneecaps there, you can open these up, and they have like rockets inside, which is really fucking cool. So you can knee rocket somebody because, you know, why not? But we're still not done. So we'll bring in Exkizer here, and then what we're going to do now is we're going to put him inside him, and then you'll become King Exkizer, because right now that's just what have they called it? Loader. I completely forgot what he's called. So yeah, yes, you open that up and you've got some nice details inside there. We'll take a closer look at them, some of those details. Got some really nice mech details going on there. Yes, it's pretty cool. So you open that up, you lift these grey flaps up like so as well, and then you pull down all his legs like that, and you come to the shoulders. King Loader, there we are. I can't remember it. There we are. So you open him all out like that, and then you get Exkizer here. Now, Exkizer, there is a way of doing it. Now, I think you just sort of put his arm, because these sections have to fit into here like that. And because he's such a loose bastard, in fact, I think it's just, you just put him in like that, I think. And then you just put his toes away like that, and then separate him out. And then you just position him in a way that it all fits. So these have to go in there. So these have to go in there like that. There we go. So I've got one side in. Same for this side, because that's rotated round. Rotate that in like No. Come on. Because I'm on camera, I'm fighting. Because every time I've done a review this last month, everything has fought me. Just give me 1 second. There we go. That was hard work. So you fit them into there like that. Still not got it properly. Because it can only fit in a certain way as it won't close up. There we go. Got it. So you just do that. And then what you do is you close these up around his legs like so. Like so. There we go. Right. In there like that. And then in there like that. Pull these grey sections down as well. That's come off for some reason. There we go. So these should fit in there like that. Then you close these shoulder pieces off like that. Get in there. And this whole section closes around him like so. And then he just fits on there. And then he is in there, ready for battle, as King Exkizer. Now, that's pretty cool. It really is. It just sits in there, and the articulation isn't hindered at all. Maybe his legs a touch. In fact, I think they've got the legs wrong. Bear with me. And there he is, all in there, nice and snug as a pug in a rug. And again, just looks really cool. I really do like this guy. If you can get this guy cheap, I don't think you can get him cheap nowadays. But if you do see him cheap, pick him up. He's not without his problems. I think it suffers mainly because of the gimmick and the way the Exkizer himself inside is designed. But on a shelf, looks really fucking cool, doesn't it? It really does. And let's give him his shuriken thing. So you put that in there like that, and he can fire that off too. Oh, knocking it all over there. And it looks like he's firing it out from his wrist, which is really cool. And yeah. So that's me. That is King Exkizer. Brave King Exkizer, sorry. Thank you for your patience and getting through the end of the video. If you've liked what I've done, hit like, share and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Tell me when I get new videos out. It should be every Thursday and Saturday. And according to my analytics, about 60% of my recurring viewers aren't subscribed. Hit subscribe. And if you're in a position to help out the channel, please check out my Patreon. I've got some cool rewards over there. For as little as $1 a month, you can have your name in the credits. And I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will catch you all very soon. Bye for now.
Unleashing the power, tearing through the night. Transformers in my hands, ready for the fight. With every single figure, I gear up to transform. Soundwave SG-1, bringing thunder in the storm. Watch me review, watch this channel ignite. Fusing metal and vision, let's take flight. Transform and roll out, hear our metal sound. Unboxing the legends where adventure is found. Soundwave SG-1, we're on a mission so grand. In the world of Transformers, together we stand. From Optimus to Megatron, I died to